What's up? This is Diction Uno. I'm here with Jim Bonus and Birdy Lee on Cross the Street.
Top mountains made of mango hills. Shit, some dirt speck, dandruff in them road bills. On them dead press wigs, cold chills while abandoned in the darkness. The breeze is blowing sharp.
What is good?
What's up?
I'm here today with Diction Uno. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing real well. How about yourself?
Welcome back to the show. Birdy Lee joined us today too. Hi, Birdy.
Hi, Birdy.
Her mic's a decoy right now, but that's like her sword, if you will. How have you been?
I've been really good.
We're here today at Sloth City. No studio session recorded or lined up for you today, right?
No, yeah, Zone's got some stuff going on later on, and honestly, the whole building is Rio Villa. But there's a few studios in here. You got Portland Underground Recording with Prince Elwood in there. You got Zebulon Dak over there. Rob Sonic got his studio in here.
Zone's in the basement.
Zone's in the basement. That's Sloth City. There's other businesses. I don't know what's going on with the building. And then you got Hob Sauce.
Shout out to Hob
And
Sauce.
that's Phil Lean and Davis Cleveland. I forget his real name, but that was his hip-hop rap and DJ name. Shouts to them. Go to Winco, copy some Hob Sauce, it's fire. They also done some really cool partnerships with like Ciroc from Rhyme Sayers and Aesop and Rob Sonic, and so they keep it real hip hop with their hot sauce, and it's really good too.
We were just talking a little bit before we started. This is probably one place you could just stand and camp out here and probably make 1,000 episodes of Across the Street, I bet.
You probably could. But
Birdy,
Hey.
we was just talking during the interview about how easy it is to find amazing local talent if you just hang out
Right
here long
here.
enough. And look who shows up. It's Pricy.
Yay!
How you
Eastside's
living?
greatest.
What we doing? Come on now.
How you been, my friend?
I'm feeling good about it, you know what I mean? Still out, I'm about to go do a joint with my boy Damie Gambini real quick.
We also saw him before we...
Yeah.
Yes.
When's that gonna drop?
I don't know, I'm about to just hop on this, I'm just doing a guest appearance, you know, so
Pretty nice. All right.
we'll see what happens, you know.
Thank you again for reaching out to me for the voiceover work. I had such a great time
Oh yeah,
doing
that was
on the
hard, that was
promo.
legendary.
Thank you
We're
for
gonna
that.
do some more stuff, man, you know what I mean? You did a great job, I'm proud of you, man.
How's Castle Hill been going?
It's been going great, man. It's been my first year, you know, doing a venture like this big. So I've been, it's being that it's not my rap is my strong point. So this is the thing that comes easy. Everything else I've been doing has been like, I got guys like Cam, B-Wall and stuff. They help me out with like the clothes and all that. I've been learning from them. So any mistakes that I make or anything that's like would seem like it's making the process go slow, I'm not tripping with the clothes because like I know this is my first go round. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about it. You know what I mean?
Well,
we in the brand building stage still. So while we at it, Castle Hill, baby, go come check me out. www.castlehill.com. Capsule collections all day long. We keep it coming. We've been dropping product all year long. We got more coming. One more project coming this year before the year is over. Don't tell nobody. Keep that on. I don't know. You didn't hear that from me now. But yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Kill the session today. I hope you have a great day. Until then, let's do what? Castle Hill on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Castle Hill, baby. Love y'all.
Cheers, friend.
Cheers.
because quite frankly, I don't know. We've tried to guesstimate, but between the 3 studios who I'm talking about, it's probably some big number, like 80%, but don't quote me. This is completely like, not backed by any kind of scientific research, but of the town's rap probably gets recorded here between Zeb, Prince, and Zone in the basement. So you see people from every corner of the scene, every quadrant of the town. Hell, even like Supernatural was here a while ago recording something upstairs. Bushwick Bill, R.I.P. before he passed, like came in one time. And so the amount of people that have been in here recording and as far as and making music and all that, yeah, it's wild. Like,
so he's already off to a hot start. Portland's Rap Yoda. I dubbed you like about a year ago.
oh yeah,
like...
my mom hit me up about that. I was like, it's Portland's Rap Yoda or something. I was laughing. My mom called me.
You have an extensive knowledge of the history, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know how you keep up with it all. Is it just you just remember it through all these years?
If you just be around long enough, and then I guess it is kind of wild to remember it, considering how back in the day I used to be a lot wilder, which sober up your memories a little better, I guess.
One of the cool things about the building, we'll go on a little walk here. One of our favorite features here is some of the art. You were telling us that one of the owners here is actually an artist as well?
Yeah, Phil Lean, who owns the building. He used to go by Randolph McTool, so we had some albums out too and rhyme. I don't know what he goes by. Maybe Randall McTools for his, because he does videos too. And I wish I could shout out, because I want to shout out everyone who did the art. They had this festival that they would do every summer. I think it was only postponed for COVID, but called For the Love. So you kind of see the signatures. And he would have a bunch of different graffiti writers come out, and they would cook hamburgers and have a little concert in the parking lot and have everybody painted up. So it changes like every year, but yeah, like definitely, I wish I knew exactly who painted everything to give them their props, but just try and look at the signatures and you'll get an idea of, you know, who painted out here, because I know it's a lot of prolific graph writers in the town who've done this art.
It's beautiful. I don't know why this is my thing. I can't lie. When I do photography, pipes out of the side of a building just always intrigue me.
Yeah, no, it does look interesting, especially the pieces. They've had some really wild ones over the years. These ones are really great. There was one year where it was like on the other side of the building, and it was like Tekashi with some bullets going through him or something. Oh, wow. That was pretty wild. They had a Biggie one year that was really fresh, so it's a lot of different people. But shout to, since I don't know every artist that was on the building, I'll just say shout to Randolph McTools, aka Phil Helene, and shout to Davis Cleveland and Hob Sauce, because it's all their homies that they have come out and, you know, paint the building and all that on the, I think they call it For the Love that they was doing just about every summer, a little barbecue and stuff like that.
You have a few things that we need to get off right away, which is some of the projects that you're working on with some of your music. Why don't you give us some of the expected release dates and some of the further updates on how that's going?
Yeah, definitely. So I just dropped the EP a month ago-ish? And it's called The Vortex and the Pendulums. It's like a real, it's like the closest I've done to probably a lo-fi album. It's super laid back, jazzy. I sat down recording the whole thing, so like deeper voice, really calm. Kind of gets into, you know, deep metaphysical kind of stuff. That's probably not a giant surprise. And then right now I'm, shout out to my man Julius Powell. He was sick, so he couldn't be here, but he's part of that old one too. It's a duo I got with him. And then shout to my girlfriend, I love you, baby, Malicious. She's been in the town spitting shit for years, and it's really dope, and she's on a lot of that stuff. And I've been working on some tracks with her too, but on another side project. But we got 2 singles coming out, and she's on both of those with us. Bear Paw Slap is one of them, and then the other one's called Stars. We got to play one of them opening for Wax and Mayday, and the crowd seemed to really like it, so I'm excited for those to come out on November 22nd on, I believe, all platforms, maybe not Apple, but outside of that, you can find those all there. And then that's part of a bigger crew called L-Tab. Which is, shout out to Traffic from Bad Habitat, he gave me this. It's founded by Flawless and Seuss. So the whole Bad Habitat's involved. And forgive me because it's a big crew, even though it's my crew. If I forget some folks, let's see, Randall Wyatt, Roulette Delgado, Lucas Dix, or he goes by Claude 6 now, Julius Powell, myself, Northern Lights, shout out to Bend, DJ Zone, shout out to Zone, shout out Sloth City, Lady X, Malicious is in it. It's just some spitters. Oh, Seuss. Seuss is in Cali, so shout out to Seuss. If you're not familiar with the whole lineup of Bad Habitat, they're all involved. So that's Traffic, Flawless, Drew Manchu. Trying to think if there's somebody that I'm leaving off or forgetting here. I feel like I actually got all the crew shouted out in that. But
I remember during our
Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
We talked a few days ago when you were rattling the list off to me. I was like, oh, this sounds like a very large group.
It's a very large group of, you know, the whole point of it was kind of just, we've all, in different capacities, been doing a lot of shows together, or linked together and doing stuff, and it's everyone in it's been kind of established for some years, or at least just been, you know, putting in work for years. Everyone's super talented. I'm super grateful to, you know, be involved with so many talented individuals, and there's some people with resumes in there that I'm like, damn, you know, I can't believe I'm even in a thing with these people. But shout out to all of them. We're working on a record, but I can't tell you when it's gonna come out. With a group that big, it'd take a while to put that kind of thing together, but we got some heaters on the way.
I have been doing some extensive movie watching over the last couple of weeks. And as part of that, I was like, maybe I'll bring him a movie for a gift today. So I brought you a movie.
Oh, okay.
I brought you a movie as a gift.
Thank you.
This is called Duel, which is one of Stephen King's first movies ever. So I don't know if you've seen that or not. It's extremely terrible. It's fun though. It's a good
it looks lit. This guy's glasses. He looks serious. He looked like it's something about to happen. Something crazy.
I think of growth. That's what made me think of it. Someone like him that's grown exponentially throughout the years, of course. And I listen to your music, and I often think the same thing. Every time I hear you, it seems like you're just a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, over and over again. So
I appreciate that. That's the goal.
Yeah.
If I get to a point wherever I feel like I'm not, continuing to try and improve at least, right? I don't know why you keep doing it, but I feel like I'm going to keep doing that till the casket drops. So that's at least the intention,
Also, we'd like to give a special shout out to our sponsor, PDX Radio, Rappy Dusky and PDX Radio.
Yo.
Have you submitted some music
Yeah,
yet?
he plays some of my joints, and I got to say, I'm glad you brought him up. Shout out to Rappy Dusky, man. I appreciate the love, because I know his show get mad traction, and man, he just came out the word and grabbed mine offline, I think. And we've talked a little bit, but shout out to him for everything you're doing, and thanks for, putting me in rotation. I appreciate that a lot,
If you've got your ducks in a row, you will get credited for your plays. You can submit those tracks at prettydopesubmissions@gmail.com. Submit your music to Rappy Dusky, and he'll play it on there, and you get credited. So
it's dope, definitely. And I can see his listener count growing in his grind, so that's really dope. And it's always nice when, people show love and shit. Speaking of people that play me, shout out DJ Cliff. That man's always playing my music too.
We just bumped into Cliff yesterday.
That's what's up, man. Such a good dude. And man, he's always showing me a lot of love. First dude to have me on the radio in an interview. He'll play my stuff where it's like I put out a B-side and forgot about it, and then it spins, and I'm like, man, thank you. You just went and grabbed that and played it? Like, yo, it's such a good dude.
I gave him that comment yesterday when we saw him. I said that I often get in the car and drive around, and I'll turn the radio station until I think I know that person. And of course, I'm listening to the numbers, I'm listening to Cliff, and it's one of our people, of course.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hell yeah.
Big ups also to our monthly sponsor, Black Mannequin. You can copy your Black Mannequin at blackmannequin.com. Link listed below for all your Black Mannequin needs. Shout out to Black Mannequin.
Hell yeah.
As you can see, the show's gotten a little more complex as we've gone along.
It has, the sponsors and all that, man. I'm honored to be back on. I'll just throw this real quick and shout out to my homeboy in Rhode Island, King Handsome. But when that episode aired, he came into town, and I ended up making a friendship because he'd already seen me from the interview, and that dude showed mad love. So shout out to him. Check his music out. So it's wild. You never know when you walk across the street, man. There's people across the country, maybe across the globe, I would bet, who are checking it out. You never know who you might meet or link with based on coming on the show,
I'll get a chance to share them eventually, but over the last couple weeks here, we've received 3 or 4 very special stories from artists with the stretch of the show from other states. So there's another one to add to the books right there. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was wild. He came up and it was like, yo, I've been waiting to meet you. And I'm like, what? Why? And then across the street interview. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I've had a few people reach out since that where that's how they came across things. So I'm like, yeah, I'm always, appreciative. It's nice to link up with people and be able to build on music and life and everything else. So I love what you're doing too. Like, shout out to the show. It's cool to be like in a part of the history of the first part of the shows you were doing, because man, it's grown so much since then, and I could see it keep growing, and it obviously does a lot of good things for the community and puts eyeballs on a lot of people that deserve eyeballs. So shout out to across the street for that.
We always say, without y'all, we would be nothing. So you the man, I'm just visiting.
I appreciate it. Thank you for Duel. I'm gonna pop this in.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
I can see my roommates bugging on this.
It's almost like a silent film, it feels like at times, but
that's crazy.
Any big plans for the New Year's, holidays? You got anything shaking for during that time period?
I wish I had the specifics on the date, and I should on the flyer. But it's Diction Uno on all my socials and everything. There's a show that's like a lot of LTAP performing at Kelly's Olympian in January, and I forget the date, but it's like Lady X is throwing it, and there's a lot of other dope people on there, but if I read off the bill, that list that I put at LTAB, a lot of those artists are on there for different sets, and I know that 012 is doing
Is there a
set.
flyer for that one, you think?
There is a flyer for that somewhere, so I'll try and find it and get it to you. I don't even think the flyer's updated to include that 012 is going to be on there. Me and my man, again, Julie's pal, shout him out, and shout out Malicious. She be coming up and doing a lot during our sets, too. She kills it.
If I can't find the flyer...
there's a toy drive thing going on at Rainbow City on the 4th.
I'll put a video of Birdy dancing otherwise. I can't find it. So let's hope I can find it.
Yeah.
If not, enjoy Birdy dancing.
There's a toy drive on the 4th that Nocturnal, I believe, put together with Bad Habitat, that 012. I can't remember the rest of the bill. It's a lot of people. It's a good cause. So on the 4th, Rainbow City, slide through, bring some toys for the kids, you know.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I know that's coming up. Honestly, that was a show where I agreed to it without the details. Just someone in the crew chat was like, hey, and then I forgot about it. So then a flyer popped up me on. I'm like, oh, we doing that? Okay, this is when it is. Good to know.
Have you been to that venue yet?
Trying to make sure I don't forget anything.
Have you been to that venue yet?
No, so I'm looking forward to it. I know they moved, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, Strawberry Pickles. She moved the establishment down there a little closer in town, but yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, I wanted to go to some of the other stuff. I wasn't able to make it, but I saw a lot of dope people were performing there. Saw little clips. It looked like a cool environment, and everyone seems to speak highly of the venue, so I'm looking forward to that. It's always good to get together for a good cause, and I believe Nocturnal put it together and had something to do. He was on the May Day show with us in Wax. I think that's through Drew and Bad Habitat, so, you know, shout to them. And definitely if y'all, I believe that's a Sunday on the 4th, definitely keep your eyes peeled on social media. But yeah, if nothing else, just slide through on the 4th and try and bring some toys for the kids that are having trouble connecting with those.
That's a great cause.
Yeah.
We did run through about 15 minutes pretty quick, my friend.
Yeah, you know me.
If you want to go and give some special love, shout-outs, PSAs on the way here before we wrap this up.
So first and foremost, because it's easy shorthand, I'm going to just say shout out to the whole fucking LTAB. I love all y'all. Shout out to my girl, Malicious. She fucking kills it. Check her shit out. Trap Brujas, or AKA. I love you, baby. She be killing it. That 012. My man Julius Powell. Definitely shout to Zone yet again. This man, we'd be here for a whole season across the street if I put down how much that man's helped me. Just shout out to all the OGs and legends. You know who they are. The Versatiles, the Cool Nutses, the DJ Wickeds, the DJ OG Ones. I know that leaves out the Old Dominions, Snafu. You know who the rest is. I'm going to just put it at that. I ain't trying to leave nobody out, but I want to recognize all the history and the giants that laid the groundwork for everybody and all that shit. And shout out my homeboys Raise the Bridges. Shout out to Lock Connect the crew and RIP Lucci. And yeah, I think that's about it for shout outs. If I forgot anyone, I love all y'all. Don't get mad.
All right, let's bring it in for Diction Uno on 3. 1, 2, 3, Diction Uno! Cheers, Fred.